Today I'm going to talk about offers. So making an offer as a buyer. An offer is a contract. Generally, it's something that we complete together, the buyers and myself. I'll complete all the details that we've discussed and I send it off for their signatures. They review it, agree that everything is as they want it to be, and then we submit that to the sellers in hopes that they'll accept it. So there are some really important details on that offer. So the first one being the offer price that you're going to make, and then how you're going to be paying for that. So if you have a pre-approval from a bank, I would need to know how much of a loan you're going to be taking out, and I need to provide that information to the sellers, as well as how much cash you'll be putting down, what your earnest deposit will be. That's the money you give at the offer stage and at the purchase and sale stage. And then the rest is either financed and or supplemented with cash at closing. The other thing would be the closing date, the purchase and sale dates, the mortgage commitment dates. All of those things come into play. So that's something you'd want to check against your schedule and your calendar and make sure those dates work for you. With something like a purchase and sale and an offer, those can be done remotely. And I do most of them remotely, actually. I'll write it up and send it to you for virtual signatures. So easy enough to do. Payment is generally done in the form of an ACH or automated clearinghouse payment with a secure online banking app that we use, and easy enough to, it's almost like writing a check, but it's done online through your bank. So those are the things that are really important. For the sellers, you want to make sure, as a seller who's receiving an offer, you want to make sure all those dates align with yours as well. So if you're on vacation and you're not going to be there to close, you probably want to negotiate the closing date if you're in the receipt of an offer. So same with the buyers, you want to make sure those dates all work for you. And most importantly, with a closing date, assume that both or all buyers who are buying the property, 1, 3, whatever, however many people are purchasing the property, all have to be on hand for the closing. If one of them is out of the country, sometimes you can do a power of attorney for the other one if there are 2 people. But that's something you need to check well in advance with your attorney and with your bank. Some banks don't allow it, some banks do allow it. Some attorneys can do it if they're not representing your bank. So things along that line. Not something that I can decide on, but certainly something that you can check out with your attorney and your bank. So finally, speaking of the bank, you'd want to have a pre-approval from the bank to make the offer. That kind of goes hand in hand with when you start your search. And that pre-approval should not exceed the amount of the offer on your gross offer price. So if you have any questions about making an offer or receiving an offer and some things to consider, feel free to reach out. Have a great week, everybody.